How's it going, people? How's it going? Let me know in the comments if everything's working all right. Sound, video. Got a few comments there already. Let me see what's going on here. Love Joey. Support as always. Yeah, I see that. What did they get? That 2 players off and a 600 bag fine. It is what it is. Money talks at the end of the day. You already know Man City was going to get away with it, whether it was just 1 year or completely getting away with it like they did. It happens. T. Muller. Well, you know what it is? We're not actually a small club. That's what pisses me off. If we was a small club, yeah, I'd be content. If we was a small club, this is perfect. You know, it would be overachieving in a sense here and there. But we're a massive club, and it's not going to be realised until new ownership comes in, and new ownership wants to realise the potential of Arsenal Football Club. The current owners don't, hence why I actually agree with you. It makes me feel like this is a small club in comparison to the other teams in the Premier League. We move like a small club, so in a sense, we have to be labelled a small club, you know. Omar, afternoon. As always, support first live. Yep. See how it goes. Let me know, obviously, if everything's working well. Jarhead. Man said no top lip. Happens, boy. It happens. All good. I'm assuming that's the audio and the video quality. So let's get into it. Let's see what kind of questions you lot got. Obviously, OneFootball are sponsoring the thing. So if you haven't already, go download that. It's in the description box below. So go do that. Add me on Instagram. Add me on Twitter, Turkish LDN. Make sure you go do that too. Adrian Clark, Carefree. This is a good question. I say it's a good question, but I'm not taking Coutinho in this situation because, in my opinion, Coutinho isn't at that stage of the career where, listen, let's be honest, yeah, this is how I look at things. If Barca wanted to keep Coutinho, he'd stay. If Bayern wanted to keep Coutinho, he'd stay. But because it seems like neither do, yeah, and Arsenal seem to be interested, and I say seem because God knows if it's true or not. I take all these rumours with a pinch of salt. So with Coutinho, it's like he'd only come to us because other teams don't want him. I don't want that player. I'll be honest with you. I don't want that player. Yes, he's kind of got a chip on his shoulder and something to prove. After moving from Liverpool, he hasn't really hit the heights he's wanted to hit. Obviously, part of the reason leaving Liverpool is to hit those heights that Liverpool eventually did hit without him. So I'm sure he's got something to prove. And don't get me wrong, I'd be happy with Coutinho signing. But if I'm picking out the two, yeah, it wouldn't be Coutinho for me. On the other hand, you have a War who's more up and coming, who's got something to prove, who I think would enjoy North London, who I think, even if he wants to use us as a stepping stone, we have to be realistic. We might be that, well, I say might be. We are a club that certain players can use as a stepping stone right now. It is what it is. You look at even Man United, 6-7 years without a trophy. Haaland was trying to move to them in January and use them as a stepping stone. The main reason that deal fell through is because Haaland wanted a lower release clause because he knew in the couple of years at United, his profile will grow even more. He'll carry on bagging goals, and a bigger club, but I say bigger, there's not many clubs bigger than Man United, but a better club in the current climate would come in for him, snap him up. So Man United can be used as a stepping stone after 6-7 years without the league. Imagine what we can after 15. So for me, I'd definitely take him. But obviously, good question to get things going. Right, they're coming in thick and fast now, boy. This is another good question. You know, I've been a fan of Guendouzi since he joined the club. Like, his heart, his passion, his drive is something that a lot of the players, the current crop, lack. And it's something we need in abundance if we want to move forward. Like, you look at heart, passion, determination in the Liverpool side, across the board. Man City side, across the board. Prime Barca side, across the board. Prime Arsenal side, across the board. Not only was Henry talented, not only was Perez talented, not only was Bergkamp talented, but they had that heart, passion, determination. Now with Guendouzi, he's going to be a top player at a top club. But I also get it. I'm a manager. Well, I've been a manager of people. And if I call someone into the office and he needs to apologize and he needs to own up for something that he's done wrong, and he comes in with a nonchalant attitude and like his shit don't stink at that age, regardless of talent and quality and productivity, yeah, you've got to do something about it, especially in your first 6 months at the club, because that sets the precedent for the future of you as manager. And if you can't take a grip of a teenager coming through in his first couple of years at Arsenal Football Club, then you're going to have big problems moving on to the Aubameyangs and the big signings we're going to have. Like, so for me, it is upsetting Guendouzi doesn't look like he's got a future at the club, but at the same time, I understand it, and hopefully we can move on and forget about him quicker than he forgets about us. Big Salt says, I feel Coutinho is a bad signing. He's a goal-scoring midfielder more than a creative one. Plus, he's expensive. We need goal-scoring midfielders too. As much as creativity, we need goal-scoring midfielders. And Coutinho takes the attention of defenders away from others as well. So I hear what you're saying, but at the same time, we'll move into Willian soon. But if you ask me, would I rather Willian or Coutinho, then it's Coutinho all day long. Come on, Ediz, love. I wonder if Kroenke's made cuts on his American sports team. To be honest, I'm going to look into that and see and get back to you guys. See what's really going on. Because obviously this is just a live stream. We'll come out with a video soon and delve into all of these topics properly. We'll see how it goes. There you go, 100%. He wants to play 4-3-3, in my opinion. He wants to play 4-3-3. He played 4-3-3 the majority of his early spell until shit hit the fan and he had to move to a back three. And I think that he moved to a back three because of two different issues that we have. One of them being we don't have a pairing in that group of defenders. If all 6 centre-backs are fit, yeah, I still can't pick a pair for the season. I still can't. I know man will say Chambers. Listen, Chambers has had chances and Chambers has fucked up too. Just because Chambers has looked better than the rest this season doesn't mean his history is forgotten. I can't pick a pair out of the 6 centre-backs we have. So he's moved that to a 3, but at the same time, we have no creativity and no goal scoring in the middle. We have no quick transition. We have a lack of talent in the middle, if you ask me. That's what it comes down to: talent and quality to break the lines consistently, to get free of defenders. When you look at the combination he's used, Xhaka and Ceballos is probably the best pairing he can use. Maybe Torreira, Ceballos would be good too, but he's used Xhaka and Ceballos. But in essence, their main job has been to get it out to Bellerin, get it out to Maitland-Niles, get it out to Tierney, get it out to Saka. Whoever's left wing back, right wing back. That's where the creativity and the attacking intent has really come from. So I feel like he's only done that to work with what he has. Moving on to next season, if we have the transfer window we need, where that means an overhaul, then I expect them to do 4-3-3. If we don't have the transfer window we need, if we sign that Gabriel youth, and he is a youth, how old is he? Imagine we go with a back three, Gabriel, Saliba, and let's say Luiz. Yeah, Luiz is going to put these men into trouble. At that young age, you put them man into trouble. It can affect confidence. It can affect the mental approach to a game. And in the Premier League, all cameras, all media is on you. This ain't the French league. This ain't the German league. This ain't the Italian league. This is the most covered league in the world. So when men are making mistakes, it's gonna sit for a while, you know. So I'm hoping we have that overhaul, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But love for the question. How is he different to Ceballos? From what I've seen, he's a lot more direct with his dribbling. Ceballos doesn't really take man on face up, whereas Aouar really has that in him. Ceballos likes to twist and turns. He likes to get away in that Spanish way that we saw Xavi and Iniesta do, but obviously to a lesser degree from Ceballos. But in my opinion, Aouar more direct, attacking, dribbling, drawing defenders in. Exactly what Arteta wanted. I think Ornstein said recently, where you draw the defender in and just release the ball last minute, get around him. That's one defender out the game. I feel like that's the sort of midfielder we need from either attacking mid or central mid to start unlocking teams a bit more and relieve some of the pressure on the three up top, because the three up top at times really get isolated because of the lack of creativity and talent in the middle. What do you think about Chelsea signing and potentially? Listen, Chelsea, I'm actually glad Chelsea are doing it. I'm glad Chelsea are doing it because it gives me an example to show. Because when I say things that Kroenke can spend this summer, when I say things that we should be moving early, before COVID, fans would give me some sort of excuse. After COVID, fans will be like, yeah, coronavirus impact, finances, all that. All clubs are... No, listen. Yeah, Chelsea, when they had top four in their sights, secured Ziyech is a player we should have got, and Werner a few months later. They nearly dropped that at Champions League, but they had them two players wrapped up regardless. You know, that's intent. That shows you what they want to get to. Whereas with us, we're linked to Willian. Another, I'm going to call him a reject. And people are going to, oh, he's a reject, yeah? He's only going to get a 2-year contract with the club or 1 year, whatever it is he's being offered. He's not happy with those terms. The only reason he's going to come to Arsenal Football Club is because we're giving him 3 years. Like the mugs that we are, because essentially that's what it is. You're giving a man 3 years. He turns 32 tomorrow. Willian turns 32 tomorrow, and you're going to give my man a 3-year contract. You know, we're going to get rid of Ozil next summer at the very latest, hopefully this summer, but next summer at the very latest, you relieve yourself of that pressure. But then you've got a 33, 34, 35-year-old Willian on your books. That doesn't make no sense. It should be. But anyway, we'll probably get into that question anyway. Afternoon, Turkish, been waiting for you after a shit season. I go to bed laughing. How comes we are FA Cup winners? Listen, it is what it is, you know. It was definitely a shit season, but there was a little cherry on top of that pile of shit, and that was the FA Cup. A bit of history there, and when push comes to shove, it's going to mean a lot more when we do start winning league titles and when we do start challenging in Europe. If that happens in my lifetime, I don't really know. I'm starting to doubt it more and more, but when we do and we start building the accolades again and people start counting the number of trophies the teams have, you know, winning the FA Cup is definitely something. It might not mean as much as it did 15 years ago. I can agree with that, but it's still something on the books. It's still the main domestic trophy in England. So it is what it is. And to be honest, it's the only trophy we could realistically win from the start of the season. So we've managed to do that. Right, the questions are coming in. I don't even know how many man's online. Here we are. How do I feel about Ainsley? I still feel the same way. I still feel like we need to move on from him. I know he's picked up performances here and there, but in essence, he's had a lot of chances over a lot of years. And unless he wants to be a utility player, which it doesn't seem like he wants to, he's come out a few times that he's not happy. He wants to play more, etc., etc. He wants to play in certain positions. If that's the case, just move on now. But if you do want to help build what's happening at Arsenal, if you do want to help slot in positions here and there, do that too. I'm going to understand either way right now. But in essence, it's not going to be a guy that's going to be first team moving forward. Come on, G. Yeah, like I said, from what I've seen, he does look perfect for the middle. My perfect signing in the middle in terms of bringing in goals from midfield would be Donny van der Beek, but I just feel like he's on to bigger things than Arsenal Football Club right now. So big up, you're my voice of reason. Come on, I try to be. If we sign Willian, Coutinho on loan, Wag and Gabriel and get rid of the Deadwood, do you think we'll make top 4? Nope. We will not make top 4. You got to think Liverpool, Man City, 30. You got to think Chelsea are bringing in Werner and Ziyech. Yeah, Werner and Ziyech are better than all of them names on that 4-man list there. So they're going to be above us. Man United, they're going to be above us because they already have a more consistent... Well, Man United's up and down. Yeah, let me not say they're going to be above us straight away, but their potential better than ours. So I can't say that we're going to get top 4 by just doing that business there. How come you didn't do an FA Cup final review? I've been waiting for it. You know what it is? The next day after FA Cup final, I had a barbecue, chilled with family, friends, enjoyed. And that day went past. I was meant to do it Monday, but I was back at work. Shit just got long. Tuesday, same thing. And then Wednesday, I thought, nah, it's too late for that. I thought, let me just see what Arsenal do over the week and come back on Saturday. And look what we've done over the week. I mean, we won the FA Cup Saturday, made 55 redundancies on Wednesday, Our main transfer target is a bloody Chelsea reject once again in Willian. We are fucked as usual. So what a week it's been. FA Cup final review. It doesn't even matter about how happy I was that time. At the end of the day, this transfer window is much bigger than that, and the first week of it has gone poorly. I got at you, bro. Big sell. I see man saying this. He's our best right back, and you know what? Look, listen, an argument can be made. Yeah. For me, an argument can't be made. If you look at the three on paper and you look at what they've done consistently, Cedric is the best on paper. Yeah. He's also both-footed. Yeah. But I understand what you mean by some of Maitland-Niles' performances here and there have been the pick of the bunch out of all three. So I also understand that. But at the same time, it's like I said, we've given too many chances to too many players. If they haven't shone by now, if any of these men haven't shone by now, then chances are done, in my opinion. But it won't be. Like, man are still going to get chances next year. So who knows? Next summer I might be talking differently, and I might have to at you again and say, yeah, he is our best right back. He doesn't even want to be right back. Joe Van, I see Zaha, Oba, Pepe. I don't see that happening, if I'm honest. Zaha's chance was last year. If it happens, that front three is good. I do like the look of it, but at the same time, I still would have liked to see Saka on the left of that front three. I'm not saying Saka's better than Zaha yet, but you've given him the number 7 shirt. It's time to start playing him in the attacking position and move Oba up top. What we got here? Why are we a retirement home for Chelsea players? I don't understand why we are going for Willian. The signing makes no sense. It doesn't make... You know what? It makes sense when you look at Arsenal Football Club's history, but it doesn't make sense when you look at the details behind it. 3 years, 32 years of age tomorrow, hasn't ever scored over 10 league goals. Does he improve our squad? Yes. Is he the right improvement we need for the next 2, 3, 4 years? Nope. And it's not just the retirement home for Chelsea players. When you look at the quality players we've bought from other clubs in the Premier League, look at Man United. We've got Silvestre, Danny Welbeck. Is that it? Silvestre, Danny Welbeck. I'm sure we bought another bum off them. But Silvestre, Danny Welbeck. With Chelsea, you've got Louise and Czech, Nick Willian. None of these players are at the peak. None of these players. And then you look at the players we've let go in Nasri and Van Persie and... We're taking the piss, but it's more of the same shit. Something I expected. But what's different this summer is that FFP has been relaxed. You can spend a bit more, but instead we're making redundancies and then going to sign someone 32 years of age to a 3-year contract. Well done. I agree with this statement here. We're yet to see it, but I agree with the statement. Now, the pay cut thing was a lot of clubs. A lot of clubs asked their players to take pay cut. The redundancy thing, I haven't seen that done from other clubs. Why is it Arsenal? Why is it ever Arsenal when it comes to saving money and financial issues? It's always us, It's never anyone else unless it's the teams outside of the top 6 that got fucking administration issues. You know what? This statement makes sense, Balotelli and Guendouzi, they got that similar attitude, Obviously, Guendouzi is not as wild as Balotelli and hasn't been in the public eye as much. But I do understand, and yeah, I do agree. I wouldn't care if he leaves either. Like you've been a supporter of my channel for a while. You've seen more often than not I've said that I want Torreira to start games. But at the end of the day, he, like everyone in this squad, apart from maybe 8 players, yeah, they can all go and I wouldn't give a shit. I'll be honest, I wouldn't give a shit. So you know what? They could all go. I'm saying 8 players. They could all go and I wouldn't give a shit. But if I had to handpick, I'd only pick 8 of them to stay. For me, Zidane, I feel like Zidane was so graceful and it was my time in football. That was me growing up. But I do understand that the greatest, if I'm looking at the history, is probably Maradona / Messi. It's hard not to say Messi with what he's achieved over his career. So it's going to have to be Messi, but Maradona did his thing. And for me personally, Zidane. And how many players go out like Zidane, retired from club football, went into the World Cup, took his team to the final. They should have won it. I think Trezeguet missed the penalty. He went out with a headbutt to the chest. It is what it is. You won't see an exit like that again. This is a good question. You know, I ain't even got an answer for this. Obviously, Martinez, I think, I'm not too sure. I haven't proof checked the comments, but he's come out and said that he wants to play next season, and if he's not going to be playing, he wants to leave. So I understand that. He's kind of proven himself now. I'm sure there's people in his ear saying, listen, those 10 games, you can get to a decent level. Who would I start? Listen, we can't forget that Leno's done a lot for us. He before his injury, I've said it before, he was probably one of the players of the season. Him, Oba, or Saka. And I'd say him or Oba were more closer to the number one spot than Saka was. But we can't forget that. So I'm going to have to go with Leno. But it would be a shame to see just Martinez leave like that. I'd like to give it one more year, knowing what we know now and seeing if he can dislodge Leno, or if Leno can dislodge him. I wouldn't mind the battle. You know, maybe we do go into the season with Martinez and then have Leno trying to fight it back, considering Leno hasn't made such comments. And then that's a way for us to keep both keepers moving into next season, because God knows we've got enough to fix already, let alone having to sell him and replace a keeper. So potentially start with Martinez and let Leno fight for his spot back in Europa League and domestic competitions. A CDM or a CAM? It's a difficult one, because I feel like an experienced centre-back, a solid central defensive midfielder, and a central attacking midfielder, creative, both goals and assists, are all equally important right now. I feel like they're all top of the list. We need all of them this summer. We need essentially a spine. So I can't pick out of those. I can't lie to you. Obviously, we're linked with Partey. I'd definitely take him. Centre-back wise, experience-wise, there isn't many out there that you know will come in and fix a defence the way Van Dijk fixed the Liverpool defence. It's not going to happen unless you're going for a Koulibaly, and in Arsenal's position, that's not going to happen. Can we do it? Yes. Will we do it? Never. I want people to remember that, because a lot of fans do argue, even at the FA Cup final, I have fans arguing with me saying that we can't sign Koulibaly. Listen, we can sign Koulibaly. We've just been programmed to think we can't because of a decade plus of not spending, being tight. If we want to get to that level, we need to show the board, we need to show this club that our eyes are open and we can see the money coming in and out of the club. Yeah, you've made some fucking shocking decisions with Ozil's contract and signing people like Xhaka instead of Kante, and letting Gnabry go instead of Iwobi, and things like this over the years that's accumulated to where we are now. But when you fix this little situation over the next two summer transfer windows, when contracts expire, when the money frees up a bit, I don't want to hear that we can't sign people. The only thing holding us back would be Europa League football. I understand that. But at the same time, money talks, and the Premier League has more money than any league in the world. Yeah, you see Leicester, Wolves, Everton spending more money than us a lot of the time. So I want us fans to stop putting the club down, in a sense, and doing the dirty work for Kroenke and the board. Us fans arguing with each other saying that we can't sign that player. Yeah, you're doing the dirty work for the board, because we can sign that player. There's only a few players we can't sign. I get that. Messi's, Neymar's, all of those players that we can't sign, even financially. Yeah, that's for the Man Cities, the Man Uniteds, the PSGs, cool, whatever. But other players we can get hold of. We can make 75 million transfers, 100 million transfers. We can do all that, you know, but we don't. And that's why us fans debate about it all the time. Fucking, oh shit, but I shouldn't have done this thing outside. But bees flying about. Is the audio still blessed and the video still blessed, yeah? Because I'm outside, I'm weary about the quality of the video on that. Hey Ash, log into my channel and just see the quality of the video. Make sure it's all blessed for me. Right, bare comments. Let me just go through them. Sorry, people. Come on, G. Blessing you abundantly and safeguard you. Come on, bro. Always, man. Always. Priority. That's part. It's bless, yeah. Part of the reason why I don't do as much content as I should, man. I've got priorities in life, but I do need to push this shit up, obviously. If this live stream goes well, if it uploads well, if it looks all good, then I'll keep it on my channel. Is this be about again? I'm gonna flip. Well, you know what? It's just skipped to the bottom of the chat again, so I've missed bare questions, but it is what it is. There we go. That's another indicator that we can, you know, that's another indicator that we can, but we won't. I completely understand that. But I just want fans to understand that without our mentality changing about the club, without us knowing the money we get as a football club, not we as fans, but the football club, don't tell me we can't sign Koulibaly. Don't tell me that. Third most successful team in this country. Sounds fine, yeah? Should be back now, though. It's back, I lie. Huh? Where is it just back? It's calm. You should do more lives. Yeah, man, I will do, man. Hopefully, like I said, this goes well. It's probably because I'm outside, you know. I just thought, fuck it, it's hot today. I'm just going to do the thing outside because all good now. Again, thanks for the updates. That's what I need. Need to keep up with this shit. I should really have my phone on me and just... Mate, I think the shade coming from rival fans of Coutinho right now can only be a good sign. Listen, mate, we had Ozil. We can't get any worse. I can't disagree with that, you know. Coutinho is definitely an upgrade on Ozil. Definitely over the years. How would we line up front with the additions of Willian and Coutinho? Willian will be on the bench for me because Pepe's starting on the right, Saka's starting on the left, Oba's starting up top, and Coutinho slots in as an attacking midfielder because I assume and I expect Arteta to go with a 4-3-3. And Willian can come on, impact, or come on and do a job and start when people need rest and all that stuff. But Willian ain't affecting the starting lineup for me, hence why 3 years and over 100k, bollocks. Come on, bro. You've been asking for it for a while, so hopefully it is what it is. 37 goals in 7 seasons and turning 32 soon. Chelsea fans are having a laugh. The rest of the league are having a laugh. They always do at our expense. That is what happens. If I had to sell one today, it's going to be Martinez. It's going to be Martinez. It could be the wrong decision, but who knows? I just remember that we are more inclined to make this kind of a call now because of Martinez's 10 good games, whereas Leno, since he signed for the club, has been consistently good, and he hasn't been protected enough. You know, we've still had some horror shows at the back with Martinez in goal, where the defense puts him under pressure, at risk, and obviously over 10 games, you're going to get less of those than over 2 years that Leno had. So we need to remember that Leno's been consistent, and although Martinez might turn out the better keeper in the long run, yeah, I can't say for sure. If I'm going to make a decision now, I'm going to sell Martinez. Who knows? Who knows? What was it? Semis first year, final the next year, last 16 or last 32 or last whatever this year to Olympiacos. Who fucking knows where we're going? Who knows? Who knows? Do you think Gazidis will ever be forgotten for what he done? Because the mess him and Wenger still holds us back to this day. 100% is still their mess, you know. And will it be forgotten? It'll be forgotten when we have new ownership, when we start winning the big things again. Until then, it can't be forgotten because we always have to refer back to it. Let's be honest. Whenever I talk about this shit now, I have to refer back, and then people say, why are you still bringing up Wenger and all? Oh, it's still decisions from then that's costing us now. Come on, bro. Love from Australia, and definitely pray for Lebanon. What happened, that footage is mad. It looked like shit out of a movie. God knows what really caused it. It might have been an accident, might have been more, but hopefully people, obviously the families that have lost people, they can all recover from the trauma, and yeah, obviously pray for Lebanon and pray for countries all over the world suffering right now. There's a lot of it going undocumented in the media, and ask yourself why. Ask yourself why Lebanon hasn't been in the British media as much as some of the other bullshit you see. I understand Wenger didn't go out shining, but surely you can't put him in Gazidis. They're in the same sentence when I'm talking about the damage to this football club. Because if they're not in the same sentence, Wenger will have his own sentence. And I feel like putting him in a sentence with Gazidis makes it a bit better for Wenger. Because Wenger having his own sentence where I say Wenger damages football club, yeah, it sounds a lot harsher than Wenger and Gazidis damaged this football club. At the end of the day, Wenger was the shield, Wenger was the protector, Wenger was the father to all these Gazidis, the playing side. He was Kroenke's puppet at the end. Obviously, he's never going to be held in the same regard as Gazidis, but he damaged his legacy for me. And I can't talk about the damage done in that era without mentioning Wenger. So I'd rather put it with Gazidis than alone. I feel like I don't know much about him. I feel like not many people know much about him. Obviously, a handful probably do. But as a fan base, an Arsenal fan base, we go wild at the smallest of things. And you know what I'm worried about? Aubameyang looks like he's going to sign the contract. Us fans are going to go wild, go crazy, and act like our shit hasn't stank with Aubameyang in the side for the last 2-3 years. Yeah? The fucking excitement it's going to cause that he's signed, yeah? It's probably going to overshadow the work we need to do in this transfer window. And when that happens, yeah, the season will start. Yes, we've got Oba to a new contract, but we'll look around and we'll see, oh shit, but the rest of the team is still the fucking same around him. Nothing's going to change. So it doesn't matter if we sign Oba to a new contract and don't fix the areas. Like I said, central attacking midfield, central defensive midfield, centre back. That's the three positions we 100% need this summer. If you need to rejig other areas, which you definitely do, go sell Bellerin, bring in Max Aarons. You make a little pro there. You can give Maitland-Niles some more time there. Whatever. Sell Maitland. Listen, Max Aarons and Cedric, I'll be happy with that. You make a bit of money in that position. You can accommodate other positions. Let's start being ruthless and fucking doing some work in the window. Let's start this overhaul rather than dilly-dally and tiptoe around the main issues. Let's see what's going on. I've expected more of the same shit, you know. I've seen this every year for the past however long. I'm not surprised. No, I wouldn't be surprised. Hence why I don't do these transfer videos. Why am I going to talk to you guys about players that will probably not sign for us? You know, how many players are we linked with every transfer window, every day? How many players do we end up getting? Like, come on. I'm not going to do that to myself. I'm not going to do that to you guys. Do you think the shake-up in the recruitment department done by Eddie will help us get better players, or the old system was better? I can never say the old system was better. But I can't say this one's going to be any better either. It looks like we're being run by agents now more than anything. Like Willie and Louise, Cedric, like all the same type of age. Whatever again, I need to delve more into it, but it doesn't look good. We're getting C-list players of these agents. Like, come on. So I won't say it's better, but I won't say it's worse either. I don't know yet. I don't know. Come on, bro. Appreciate the support all the way from Washington. Come on, man. Go on my Instagram. You'll see the Irish flag there. I represent. But move from here. Arsenal re-sign Luis. Statement of intent. Wenger isn't here, but the stupid fans still can't see it's getting worse. And until the fucked, let's be honest, we are fucked. While I'm going through these, make sure everyone hits the like button. Make sure everyone is subscribed. Make sure everyone is sharing the thing. I think Arteta is starting off where needs strengthening, so Oba re-signing shouldn't affect the plan. Hopefully not. But at the same time, yeah, remember when Edu told us Arteta wanted a left-footed centre-back? I believe Arteta wanted a certain individual. He wanted this player in particular, and I believe that the club said, bit too much, mate. We're going to get you Mari. Loan, 8 mil end of the season, perfect. You know, you'll fit right in. Yeah? Edu told us that. And I feel like with Willian now, a lot of people are trying to blame Arteta. Same way with Luiz's contract extension, a lot of people are blaming Arteta. But imagine your owner says, your manager says to you, you're not getting much money this summer. You need to work with as much of what you have as possible. You're going to have to do things like that. Otherwise, you're going to have to rely on maybe the younger talent. And yes, I have said that in the past, just go out all young. But at the same time, our academy is not great. It's not great, and if you put them into this team right now, it's just going to be fucked up. Like, look, Willock and Ketcher, all these, man, at the end of the day, people have had good things to say about them all season, but we finished 8th. Yeah, we finished 8th. I'm not saying it's their fault, but at the same time, when you look back at this season, if you ever watch this season back on a DVD, you're going to see all these young men playing, and you're going to see at the end of the season, we finished 8th. It's not good enough. I get where you're coming from, Turkish. It's accountability, and Wenger, yes, manning for all the tools that broke the club, made him near the end accountable. 100%. I'm going to say it again. Klopp came to Liverpool and backed the fans within the first 2 months. The fans were protesting about £70 ticket prices. Klopp, in a press conference, was asked, and he said they're right. He said in Germany they don't spend this much. He said they are right. They're being priced out of football. What did Liverpool do? They backed down. They put the ticket prices down. By the end of the season, it was £30 away tickets. Yeah. Wenger was asked that same question that week about ticket prices and whatnot. Wenger said, yeah, bear in mind, our ticket prices were the highest in Europe. I don't know if they still are, but it's going to be pretty close. But they were the highest in Europe at this point. Wenger came out and said, yes, because it's for the football on show. Now, you've got Klopp who backed the fans, yeah? And then you've got Wenger who took the piss out of the fans. That's a slap in the face to me, to you, to everyone in this chat who supports Arsenal, everyone. How are you going to come out and say that's for the football on show? Are you mad? Are you absolutely mad? Yeah? These kind of things tarnished him. He chose them. You know, his book comes out in November. I've got it pre-ordered. If he doesn't expose shit in that book, if he doesn't give it to us fans as real as it can get, then he's made his choice for life, and it is what it is. Because the least he can do now at this point in time, the book comes out, and with the book coming out in November, obviously it's already written, but it's perfect timing after another shit transfer window, which I expect us to have. A book comes out that exposes Kroenke, exposes the leaks in Arsenal, exposes what really happened. If that happened, then more fans would unite. All these fans that don't like me for being an AFTV, all these fans that don't like me on Twitter, all these fans that's arguing amongst themselves, yeah, because of history with Wenger, because they don't like how he was treated at the end by certain individuals. Who gives a shit? They realize now, hold on, Wenger's telling us it's them now. It's them. It can unite. Or they might turn around and say, you see, you said it's them. But it's not about you said it's them. It's about, did he support us at the time? Was he real with us at the time? The guy's lying to us, chatting shit about for the football on show, we're paying the highest ticket prices. Are you mad? You see, I'm getting mad again, just remembering them times. Come on, make sure everyone does that. But the angle is, yeah, if the board, well, when the board fuck about this summer again, when we have another shit season next season, yeah, if the fans don't turn on the board completely, if there's no more infighting and the fans completely turn on the board, the banners are out, the protests are out, all of that shit's out, yeah, weak Edu, you've come from under their rock and and do something, other than write a letter, If that doesn't happen this season after another shit transfer window, then we are fucked. In my opinion, for life, we are done. Until, and by we are done, I mean we as fans who think we can make change, we are done. I'm even going to take a step back because it's not worth it anymore. All man's trying to do is highlight the real issues at the club, and then you've got man that don't like you, that want to chat shit. That I'm not built for online talking. That's why I don't use Twitter much. I do use it here and there, but I don't use it much. So if we don't, as a fan base, unite this season after another shit transfer window where FFP's been relaxed, where hopefully Wenger comes out with a book that exposes Kroenke and what the fuck's happened at this club, if we don't unite as a fan base, forget it. Even I'm retiring from this channel next summer because there's not much more I can say. I've been banging on about the same thing for 2 years now. I've had this channel 2 years. I've been banging on about the same thing for 2 years. You can go back to last summer, click a video, go back to the first few videos I did. I'm saying the same shit every year. Yes, slowly, more people are listening. Slowly, more people are understanding better. But it's too slow. I've felt like this for more than 10 years. I've only had this platform for 2, but I've felt like this for more than 10. I'm tired. I'm tired. So it's up to the fans now to unite this season and really, because Arteta's going to have a tough time. Arteta's going to have a tough season ahead, similar to Emery's last season. If we turn on Arteta, if the fans turn on Arteta and ignore the main issue again, then please fuck right off. Fuck right off. What's shameful? Come and explain that. Kia is the agent of Luis. There you go. That guy. Why wasn't we hooking up with him when man had Tevez and all them Mascaranos? Instead, we're hooking up with him when it's all dead wood. This is this club in a nutshell. I was meant to do a supporters club recently. I was meant to do one for the FA Cup final review, but like I said, the week just got mad, too busy. Hopefully, we'll be back soon. I just need to chat to Robbie. And yeah, look out for that. Come on. I know this. Come on, Albert. Big up you. Support from way back. It's all well and good being linked with countless players, but I want to see more. So who is leaving the club, especially? Exactly. Bayern went in and bidded for Aaron's real quick. Instead, here we are, like, go get Aaron's 17 to 20 mil. Go shop Bellerin 22 to 25 mil. Happy days. Or even shot him for the same price. I don't care. Happy days. Too slow. Could have got Ziyech in for 33 mil and cut our losses with Mesut Ozil for whatever. Free. Just go. But instead, Ziyech's gone to Chelsea and we're trying to get the player that they want to re-sign as backup to Ziyech and these men. To try and get to next season. We're fucked. I don't know whether he's flirting with the idea, whether he really means it. It sounds like he really means it, but again, I can't get my hopes up. My hopes were fully rested upon Usmanov's shoulders. Throughout this whole Kroenke thing, I thought Usmanov, one day, my man's going to get the chance and he's going to take over and we are back. That chance seemed to arise. He went all out and bidded for it. Kroenke said no. And that's all she wrote. Now Kroenke is 100% in charge. Usmanov gave up, and I can't lie. If Usmanov gave up and all the good things he was saying about he's an Arsenal fan and he wants to help this club get back under Wenger to where we should be and all that, I can't rest all my hopes in Dangote. I can hope, but it's not going to get me all of these news and media reports until I really see a bid come in, until I really see some negotiation, breaking news, and that. We are doomed. So let's hope those negotiations start in the next year, because I'm really losing patience with how this club is being run. I don't mind. So whatever. All three of them names can go wherever they want to go. That is fine by me. Love Joey. Netweed, honestly, Turkish, I frankly don't think we'll win the league under these owners. No. We ain't winning the league under these owners. Fact. But at least after all the last decade of pain, I hope we come close again. So do I. That's the best we can hope for. Because the quality of the teams in the Premier League right now at the top is like no other. You know, the levels, the points, the goals they're hitting are like no other the Premier League has seen. So we are not going to get to that level the way we're being ran right now. So unless these owners all of a sudden see sense and someone just slaps the shit out of them, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You must be taking... Nah. McTominay. No. I can't even talk much more on him. If we get the right players in, we could be challenging for top 4. I can't even see us getting the right players in. So how can I say we're going to challenge for top 4? So until it happens, ask me at the end of the transfer window. A man buying the club doesn't mean that things will change. Things could get worse because people say one thing, then come in and do another all the time. So I'm not sure. You're right. It's not guaranteed, but it's a new path at least, you know. A man needs something else to rest some sort of hope on. So if he was to sign, I could hope for the best again. I can't hope for the best under this ownership, if that makes sense, because there is no best to hope for. So you're right. But as an Arsenal fan base, you know, the only thing that will excite me moving forward is new ownership. And that's not even guaranteed, like you said. What's this? The next African Cup of Nations will be in January, February 2021. What will we do without Oba and Pepe? We will cry, bro. We will cry. Trust me. We will cry. It is important, man. You know, we're not hanging on to challenges and league titles anymore. We got to hang on to hope. Oh, yeah. You know what? People call me arrogant, but I've been proved right a lot. I can't wait to go back through my interviews. I've been meaning to do it, but I just ain't got the time. And seeing everything I've said, that's correct. There's some things I've got wrong. Definitely some things I've got wrong. But anything I say, I'd love to be proven wrong, because that's beneficial for Arsenal Football Club. You know, I love to be proven wrong when it comes to Arsenal Football Club, because I am very pessimistic nowadays. Say no more on that. Say no more. Defense, midfield, and attacking mid. Well, yeah, you said midfield, but that midfield it's a double-edged sword. We need defensive and attacking cover. So I'd say 2 in the middle, definitely. Lovely. Appreciate that. Come on. Do you think Oba will sign a new contract? It looks like it. It looks like it now. So we'll see. What's the time now? 12:48. I've been doing this for about 45 minutes. 48 minutes. We're gonna round it up soon. Next couple of minutes. See what else people are saying. Yeah, if I keep lagging, it's probably time to go. Apologies, people, if the stream's been a bit up and down. Like I said at the beginning, I thought, let me just do it outside. But it's what it is. So love, people. We'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. Yeah, we'll leave it at this as well. Another nice comment. Love, people. Love. Come on. I'll be back soon anyway. So I love, people. Share, like, subscribe, comment when it comes out. Hopefully uploads in the next hour. Thanks for the confirmation, Anne. Appreciate you logged in from early. We'll save these questions for next time. But let me just answer this one. We finished the same position, 8th, but win the FA Cup. Arteta, it doesn't matter if we've got Alex Ferguson here now. It depends on this transfer window. This transfer window will tell us what we can achieve next season. So come back to me at the end. Big up, Albert. Come on, Mo. Come on, G. Love, people. Love.